We're two South Africans used to our own wild adventures back home. The wildly dangerous Big Five, huge open plains and dry savannas. But today, we're diving into something a little different. We're on safari, but not in Kruger or Addo. We're exploring the incredible wildlife of Sri Lanka. From the iconic elephants to leopards and colorful birds, we're here to see how a Sri Lankan safari stacks up against what we know from South Africa. Get ready for wild surprises, epic landscapes, and some honest comparisons you won't want to miss. Let's go on safari, Sri Lankan style. To Yala National Park. We're currently on a great big 3-week adventure throughout this incredible country of Sri Lanka with an agency called Asia Someday. And Yala is an absolute must for any itinerary. It's located in the southeastern region of Sri Lanka. It's the country's second largest national park, spanning approximately 1,260 square kilometers, and it's renowned for its incredibly diverse and super rare wildlife. We just checked into our incredible accommodation. It's an eco camp called Treetops Jungle Lodge, and honestly, it's such a little gem. It's an eco-friendly haven nestled in the wilds of Butala, just north of Yala National Park, and they actually offer safaris in Block 5 of Yala. We'll speak more about the blocks later on in this video. But how did we get here? Well, like I just mentioned, we've been on this 3-week adventure throughout the country, and we were just in Ella exploring the incredible Nine Arches Bridge. It was about a 2.5-hour drive here to the park. They dropped us in the city of Butala, and we got picked up by this cute little funky tuk-tuk. Dude, the tuk-tuk is everything here in Sri Lanka. It even fit our luggage in the back, and we were shuttled over these little dirt roads and we made it here to this incredible little camp. Honestly, we didn't know what to expect, but wow, we are actually blown away by this little property. It's a super simple and basic camp, but honestly, it has everything that you need. There are only 2 tents at the moment. They're building a 3rd one that actually is on stilts, which is so insane, to allow the elephants to walk underneath. What do you mean? Our tent is absolutely huge. We've got a double-sized bed with a mosquito net. We've got various sitting areas that are super posh. It's so cute, like little safari chairs and dining room tables. We've got this gorgeous patio overlooking the nature. And honestly, this feels quite similar to home. It's dry, it's dense, it's foresty. We've got a mountain in front of us. But anyway, back to the room. They give you torches because it's super remote and dark here, and basically just candle lit, which we love. It's eco-friendly, guys. And then finally, it's got an absolutely magnificent bathroom that does have hot water and soap and towels and just absolutely everything you need. But anyway, the storm is coming. Let's take it easy, enjoy the nature and the sounds. And we've got dinner later on, which apparently is truly authentic Sri Lankan food that we're very excited for. Have you ever been at a safari camp and have elephants growling like this before?
Grumbling.
It literally sounds like we're in Jurassic Park. I'm not exaggerating. We sat here at the common area and there are just elephants growling around us and shouting. We've never heard elephants make these noises ever. And we're from South Africa. What do you mean? They sound like dinosaurs. And there's a war going on at the village next door, obviously, because the elephants come in the night and eat all their crops. And these people rely on their farming for sustenance and to feed their families. So they let off firecrackers, bah! And it echoes into the land. And then you hear the elephants growling back. It's insane. They're growling here.
We are proud if we can impress South Africans.
Yeah, then
so
you
far
know.
We are very impressed.
Treetop serves mostly vegetarian meals, all cooked from scratch by their locally recruited team in a native village style. Everything is made with the freshest local ingredients with real Sri Lankan spices and herbs. Tonight the team have prepared us a delicious creamy vegetable curry with rice. This morning we're up bright and early before the sun to head over to Block 5 of Yala National Park. It's a 40-minute drive from camp through the local villages. This actually isn't our first safari in Sri Lanka. We have already visited Minaria National Park in Sigiriya, where you're guaranteed to have amazing views of elephants, but this one here in Yala feels a bit more like a proper safari, and that's because there are so many more animals you can see here. Besides elephants, we have the chance to see buffalo, sloth bears, leopards, deer, and so many more. And this time we're also in a proper safari vehicle. We can actually see out the sides and the front of this one, which is really cool in comparison to the one we had in Minaria, where we had to stand up to see and the front was actually blocked off, so that was kind of pointless. So yeah, these safari vehicles are definitely much nicer.
And you might be shocked to actually know that we are South Africans, but we have never seen a leopard in the wild before. If we see a leopard for the first time in Sri Lanka, I will actually die.
It's going to be incredibly ironic to see them in Sri Lanka and not in South Africa, our own home country, where we've been on hundreds of safaris. So let's see what happens. They brought us coffee this morning, which I downed 2 cups of. So we are in desperate need of the toilet. Before we head into the park, they do have a nice washroom across the road here, so we can quickly empty the tank because there's no toilets inside the park. They say every tree becomes a lavatory, so it's a wild bushwee after that.
One thing is for sure, the bathrooms in the national parks in Sri Lanka are really disappointing. They're nothing like what we have in South Africa. This is the one at the entrance. So girls, you have to use the bush. But honestly, the bush is better than this. Here we go!
We are here with the owner of the camp, Lars from Denmark, and we're very honored to have him with us. Morning, sir.
Morning.
Alright, let's see.
Yes, I will try to the board in special area here for the leopard.
Okay.
We'll go this way. After you can see other animal, it will be late, okay?
Okay, perfect. If you didn't catch that, he said we're going to go into a special area to try and see the leopard. I must say the landscape here is very, very beautiful, and it's quite like Africa, to be honest, at the moment. It's very much like it.
The tropical areas of South Africa, yes. And the birds, guys. Sri Lanka has some of the most beautiful bird life we've ever seen in the world. If you're a birdie, pull up. Found a black bear footprint. Also a super rare animal, probably the most rare in the park to find. If we see that, I'll die again.
Yala National Park isn't just famous for its leopards, it's also a paradise for bird lovers. With wetlands, forests, lagoons, and open plains, the park attracts an incredible variety of species. You can spot everything from elegant peacocks displaying their colors at sunrise to hornbills, bee-eaters, and brightly painted parrots darting through the trees. The lagoons are alive with bird life too. Herons, Brahmini kites, stork-billed kingfishers, and even lesser Aegean storks, one of the rarest large water birds in Asia, although pretty ugly.
So an update, you won't even believe it. Another vehicle saw a leopard. Only one vehicle saw it walking across the road. And the guys in the vehicle we met at the entrance, first safari ever, and they got to see a leopard, but we didn't.
Beginner's luck.
Why are we so unlucky?
One similarity though between South Africa and Sri Lanka is the iconic coffee break in the bush, a time to stretch your legs, have a quick bush wee and top up on the coffee and biscuits. The only difference being in South Africa you'll likely be offered the famous amarula in your coffee. It's a delicious cream liqueur.
So Yala National Park is broken up into 5 blocks. Block 1 is where the main southern entrance is, and that's where the most tourists are. We are currently in Block 5, which is actually known as the alternative to Block 1, and there are far less vehicles here. I would say we've seen a total of about 7 or 8 vehicles. There's no traffic and everyone is abiding by the rules here. Apparently there is also a good concentration of leopards here, so if you do see a sighting, you won't have like 50 vehicles surrounding.
We're driving through the forest now, and I have to just say the smell here is incredible. It's like the oxygen in the air is so good. The quality of it is amazing. I'm just taking these deep breaths and it's just clears your mind. It's incredible.
I must also admit, this has been a far different experience to Minoria. Like, we are just chilling, we're completely in nature. It feels more authentic and untouched and wild here. Whereas Minoria, you're flat and open and you're pretty much guaranteed to have viewings there, but you're also guaranteed to have a bajillion vehicles with you. It's not often you get to see a male peacock do his thing.
Can you name a more beautiful bird than that?
No.
I really don't think there is.
And we've just seen a buffalo and it looks nothing like the South African one. It's so interesting. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Of course, we see an elephant outside of the national park, and that's no surprise actually, because 75% of all Sri Lankan elephants live in the wild outside of the national parks. Look at this shots with the tuk-tuks. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why.
And another one! All the elephants are coming out to show themselves now. Oh, this one's blocking the whole road. It's crazy, like as the cars drive by, the people just throw like fruits out the window. So I think someone just threw a jackfruit out the window right now, and bananas and everything. Yummy! So it turns out we are actually still in the national park. We're just on a tar road. And it's very interesting because there's really no boundaries to the national parks here in Sri Lanka. All the animals are free to roam in and out as they wish. That's why most of the elephants are actually outside of the national parks, which is very different because people always ask us in South Africa, do we have lions roaming around? No, all of our animals are inside of a national park, behind a gate. So they don't just roam around on the streets and in the neighborhoods, except for in one little town called St. Lucia, where you do find hippos up and down in the streets and go into the shopping markets and stuff like that. Besides that, no. Well, we had no luck on our drive in terms of finding the leopard, but we did get to see a whole bunch of incredible other animals and some really beautiful birds, especially this kingfisher, which I think is my favorite, and we also saw it in Sigiriya. When we got back, we basically just lay down on the bed and tried to survive the heat. It is a bit hot today and very still. I think because the rains are coming, the humidity and everything just gone way up. And there's another storm on its way this afternoon, so we're going to go on another drive. Hopefully we don't get too wet, but I'm sure we've got covers down the side of the van, so that should help. We're just having a quick, nice little lunch, a light one. Some salad, some dal, some spinach and rice. Let's hope we get lucky this afternoon.
We will. I brought my lucky zebra scarf. We did! Find the leopard, but it's raining.
We're trying a different strategy. We decided we're going to just sit under this tree and wait. It's really coming down now. We can't really see much anyway. It's actually really nice to sit here and just take in the nature, the sounds, the smells. It's just really beautiful.
It is at this point that I think we are cursed with the leopard. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to. We found the rabbit.
Sloth bears are known for being shy and skittish, so spotting one in the wild is always a special moment. At first, this one kept his distance, cautiously moving around through the brush, but eventually he made his way over to the termite mound right in front of us. They're expert insect hunters, it's what they're built for. With their long claws, they can rip open termite and ant mounds, then use their specially adapted lips to suck up insects like a vacuum. They can close their nostrils to keep dust out and make a loud, unmistakable slurping sound as they eat. It's crazy to hear. It's not the fierce predator people imagine when they hear the word bear, but a fascinating specialist perfectly designed for life in the forests and grasslands of Sri Lanka.
This is insane. Sucking ants out of this little termite mound. And apparently there's an elephant. Oh, a tusker! Huge! This is insane.
It's my first bear ever in the wild. I just have this dream of going to see grizzly bears one day, but that is the cutest little bear I'll ever see in my life. Unbelievable sighting, worth coming to Sri Lanka just to see that cute little guy. And while we're watching this bear, we're so focused on the bear, a tusker elephant walks up behind us, and it's, I think, only 5% of elephants in the whole of Sri Lanka actually have tusks. So that is an incredible rare sighting in itself. Unbelievably lucky today. Now that we got the luck, let's just hope that little leopard comes out now. So the little sloth bear is actually nocturnal, and I think the weather today really played in our favor in many ways. One, it's a lot darker, so he thought it's safe to come out. And number two, he likes to eat ants, and the water's obviously flooded all of those termite mounds and the tunnels and below the ground, forcing them up. And it's just easy conditions for him to come and suck them up. So yeah, we got very lucky. Don't be afraid if it starts raining. Just go on that safari anyway, and you never know what you're going to see. One big difference we've noticed here in Sri Lanka, and it's quite sad to see, is how the guides or drivers behave around wildlife. Like with this tusker as an example. About 7 or 8 cars lined the road and continued to follow him as he moved south. On a number of occasions, you could see the elephant wanted to cross into the forest on the other side, but unfortunately, with the cars constantly moving and changing their positions to allow guests a better view, the elephant was prevented from moving freely. This would never happen in SA. If you see a sighting, you turn off your engine and you let nature do its thing. A slightly different incident happened in Minoria with a herd of elephants, except this time there were easily over 100 vehicles, but again preventing the elephant from moving freely. It's a big disappointment for Sri Lankan safaris. Another thing to mention is that the drivers are just drivers. They don't talk to you much or provide an insight into the behavior and characteristics of the animals. It is very different back home, where the safari guides are highly qualified in animal behavior and conservation and share all of the interesting facts of each and every animal or insect that you encounter, similar to that of a National Geographic episode. Here in Sri Lanka, you'll be lucky if you get the name. We searched and we searched and we searched. There was absolutely no lack of effort from our driver. He was determined, scanning every tree limb, every rock, every patch of shade where a leopard might be hiding. Hour after hour, we crisscrossed the park, checking known territories, listening for alarm calls, which we did actually hear from a herd of deer, watching for any sign of movement, but still nothing. There's a reason this animal is known as the spotted ghost of Yala. Even though the odds were slipping away, our excitement never faded. However, it just was not meant to be, and we'll have to wait another day for our first wild leopard sighting. We did meet a family of elephants on the road back to camp with this cute but very naughty beggar.
Are you guys addicted to banana? That's naughty.
Yes.
Are you naughty? Well, that was a sinking cute way to end this safari, let me tell you. 2 female elephants and a baby, and it gave me a high five. I feel like the elephants on this main road are different to the ones in the national park. They're super used to humans, and they're literally on the road begging for food. They want banana. So we say, no banana. It's really encouraged not to feed them because they actually need 250 kilograms of grass. That's their healthy diet. It's not healthy to feed them sugary stuff. We just got to camp and there's 2 elephants in our camp within our gates. Oh my gosh, this is where the magic is at. I love the safari, but I think I love this camp more. To have wild elephants all around you is epic. Now I'm scared though. I'm scared to go to the room.
You are home, back home, huh?
Thank you, Elise.
Crazy. We arrived home to dinner with the elephants literally eating a few feet away. It was pitch black out there, and even though our camera handles low light really well, it could barely pick up the elephant. You can just make out its shape moving slightly in the darkness. Tonight the staff cooked us chicken, which was a really nice surprise since we've been eating mostly vegetarian since we arrived in Sri Lanka, and it was flippin' delicious. Thank you to the team for going above and beyond to accommodate us. While we devour this delicious feast, the elephants in the area are talking to each other from one side to the next. And behind me you might hear the frogs. Every time an elephant makes a noise, the frogs literally go dead quiet. They are like, please don't stand on me. It's so weird. It's incredible to be so immersed in nature. Absolutely loving this. It's a huge opportunity to recharge the batteries. So after some research, that was a sloth bear, as we mentioned, and Baloo from the Jungle Book, which I think we all grew up on, if you're my age, was a sloth bear. Wow. I just remembered he used to eat ants all the time and honey. So how crazy is that?
The simple bare necessities, Mother Nature's recipes. Don't forget about your worries or your strives. I need the bare necessities.
Our stay at Treetops Jungle Lodge has been truly unforgettable. Tucked deep in the forest, it was the perfect blend of exhilaration, relaxation, peaceful and delicious. The staff were incredible, the food was top notch, and the wildlife encounters were something we'll remember for a long time. Waking up on our final morning, we were genuinely sad to say goodbye to this little slice of wilderness we'd come to love. Treetops, thank you for an amazing experience. We'll be back one day. But now let's conclude our thoughts on our safari in Sri Lanka. Honestly, overall we were pleasantly surprised. Yes, there were some things that were different to back home. Is South Africa the better safari destination? Of course, there's no doubt about it. But Sri Lanka is still a very special safari in its own unique way, and we 1000% recommend that you do it. If only to see the bear and the elusive ghost of Yala. If you really want to immerse yourself and feel like you're on a proper once-in-a-lifetime experience, then you need to stay in a camp like Treetops Jungle Lodge, surrounded by the wildlife itself. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we're spending 10 days along the incredibly beautiful southern coast of Sri Lanka, where we share the top 5 most popular beach towns with you. You won't want to miss it.